Aloha, good morning. Welcome back to another garden tour. So today I have already filmed some of this yesterday and I thought let me come here in the garden in the morning and film some more. I did spend a lot of time out in the garden yesterday, but I didn't do too much. I spent most of my time just relaxing. But today I will do the same actually. I'm not even going to pretend I'm going to do more jobs. It's not happening today. Today's a Saturday. Today's going to be a relaxing day. So after I get all my other life activities done, I will come back into the garden. I've got a chair ready there. I've got some blueberries that need to be picked. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm looking forward to that. So let me take you around the garden, and I'll also, before I do this morning's tour, I'll insert the clips from yesterday from mainly the back and the tomatoes, and then I'll show you the currants this morning and the front garden. So let me take you around. Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Let me just show you the pigeons making the most of the elderberries over there. Don't know if you can see them. It's just can't even see them on here. Just showing you the pigeons making the most of the elderberries. You see that? I will leave them to eat, but look at the elderberries. There's so many on here. I have found another stash that I will be harvesting from today. But for now, let me show you what we have in the back garden. Just thought I'll look around the back before I go inside. And one of the pears has fallen off. It looks like it does have some kind of damage at the bottom. So I wonder if something got to it. But we do have, okay, there are two more here. One more there, and then another one. So this is the fifth one. I just feel like it just ripened and fell off, and then something tried to get to it at the very bottom there. And showing you the fruit trees before we go back inside. So this is the crab apple. You can tell that it's ripening. I am going to give it a few more weeks just to let it get sunset yellow and orange. It's getting there, but I don't feel like it's quite there yet. The cherry at the back there in the middle, so that is now turning red, so that's going to be beautiful. Our one and only cherry. And the rest of the plants are looking good. The apple is still looking amazing. The pear is also looking good. It did have some rust, as you can tell there, but it still ripened some fruits for us, so I'm happy about that. The fig is looking great. The figlets are getting bigger, which I am so happy about. So this could mean a crop early next year, which is just, yeah, it's made me so happy. There's even some more here as well, like that baby one there. The grapes are also looking bigger. As you can tell, they're draping over there. Got some more here. I forgot which variety this is, but so far they're green. But they're definitely not ripe yet, so they could turn to black grapes. We'll find out throughout the season. The mock orange is truly and duly past its prime, but it's still fine. Just needs a good trim and it should be good. You can see some new growth here, so it's definitely not dead. So I'm happy about that. Oh, this, let me just show you. So this is calendula in rapeseed oil. I brought it out here because I do need to harvest more calendula, so that's why it's here. But then when I saw the pigeons, I thought let me just jump straight out. And now I'm just going to show you the kiwi. She's looking so good and getting bigger. Look, she's even growing by the grapes, so she needs her own trellis. She's telling me she's ready for a trellis. And I need to give that to her. I'll give her that support soon. When I came out here, I thought, let me show you the garden just very quickly, because the weather looks to be changing and tomorrow we might have rain. So I thought before I do anything tonight, let me come out and show you what's going on, especially on this side of the garden. I've shown you the trees. I am here to harvest some calendula before I pull the plants out. So this plant is very nearly at the end of its life. I've pulled the other cucumber plants out, but I want to harvest this calendula, get some more oil on here, and then the job is to tie the tomatoes. But all of this was going to happen later on tonight, then I was going to film tomorrow. However, I just thought, I've got some time this morning, let me just show you what's going on in this side of the garden, and then later on when I do 1 or 2 jobs, I can film that and add that to the video. So here we are. And because this was so impromptu, I haven't actually got my tripod. So when you pick calendula, especially for salves and body butters, which this is going to be for, make sure you harvest the petals and also the bottom of the flower like this, because it has a lot of the active ingredients there. So that's just what I'm doing now. You can tell I tried to harvest some and they just fell in bad, and I just left them. I just let them go. But this one here I will take like that, and it's very sticky, very resinous. You can tell already. So I'm just leaving all that in. I could have trimmed that down a little bit, but it doesn't matter too much. And now this entire plant, oh, I might just take this one. This entire plant can just be pulled out. Sorry for the shaking. Just trying to get as much soil. Actually, I could just break it and keep some of the roots in here for, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, for extra fertilization. And I've been gathering all the plants here. This bucket. Done. Now we have some space here to put something else in. I've realized that there are lots of weeds coming up as well. So I'll try and get some of the weeds. Got some here, and I'll just drop them on the floor for now, because I'll come and harvest or remove them later. We do have some more calendula flowers just here, but they haven't opened, so I'm just going to leave them be for now. And they are all looking a little bit mildewy. And we've got some seeds, so I will harvest those seeds. But I'll probably leave this plant to go to seed, and leave one of those to go to seed as well. Just swirl it with a bit of oil. And when the other flowers open, I will come in and top this up a little bit more with more flowers and more oil. I am just using this vegetable oil. It's just pure rapeseed oil from Aldi. Let me show you. It's just rapeseed oil. It might not be 100% the best quality, but it works, and it's just to infuse the flowers, the properties of the flowers. Then I'm going to add that in some shea butter and use it as a salve for winter. And excuse my nails. I am in the middle of taking them off, but then when I saw the pigeons, I had to rush outside. So here we are, the overview. So this has grown even more in the past week, as it always does. Been blessed with some rain, so I haven't had to come out and water. I do still need to sprinkle some fish blood and bone fertilizer just at the bottom of the plants, like the peppers, tomatoes, aubergines, just so that they get more nutrients in the compost, because with how much they've grown, they would have already soaked up whatever came with the compost. So now it's time for me to feed them properly. Just showing you the basil, the opal basil down there. Not looking too happy. I truly believe it's because of a lack of light. If I had planted them like out here, like these ones, they would have been fine. But live and learn, lack of light. And I know plants need light. I just wanted to maximize my space, cover the ground, That didn't happen, but it's okay. I have lots of other basil to harvest from, and I learned some lessons, so I'm happy about that. The ananas is looking a little bit dry, but it has been raining, so I know that I don't need to water. And I've just realized that because this netting is bent over, it's making the tomato also bend, which is not ideal. So I do need to fix that later on. We do have lots of flowers still on the ananas, lots blooming. These have already set fruits, and I can also tell because the flower just kind of kinks over there like that. So yeah, when they've got the flowers there, that's what they look like. But when they set the fruits, they tend to just kink over to make way for the actual fruit. And here they are. These are the first 4 that actually set, and then we've got another 2 just over here. They're looking really good. Of course, they're not ready yet. They're still growing, but the season is still ripe. It's only the first week of August, and they have at least until October, so there's lots more time for them to grow, get big, ripen. So yeah, very happy with them. The peppers are also looking good. They're definitely not cayenne. They're definitely the long pointed red bell peppers, because they're so big to be cayenne. And we have lots of them that are actually getting big and ripening for us. So I'm excited for that. I do need to feed it again. I can't see any more new flowers, which is fine by me, because it's got to that time of the season where I feel like the pepper wants to focus its energy on growing the fruits. And if I harvested them green, the plants would have said, oh, cool, we don't have enough fruits out, we don't have enough seeds, let me produce more more flowers. That's what they do when they feel like, you know, they're not growing the fruits so that the seeds can drop on the floor and produce more peppers. They will then send out more flowers to do just that. So that's why it's so important to keep harvesting your plants, because the more you harvest, the more the plant thinks, oh, I've not, you know, replicated myself, I need to replicate, and then they will just do that. However, in the UK, we have a very short growing season, especially for things like peppers. So I'm not going to push for more flowers. I am just going to wait until these ripen, harvest them, and then let the plant just focus its energy into its roots, and then call it a day. Because next year it'll get even bigger, it'll have enough time to do all of that. But this year I want to get a ripe harvest of peppers. Same for this plant here. I did pull some off. If you remember, I've harvested like 2 bell peppers from here, and the plants had more flowers. So I'm just going to leave everything on here to ripe. We do have about, I think there's 2 in the back there, 3, 4, 5, 6 peppers that are getting big, and then we do have the ones that have been pollinated as well. So altogether got 8 peppers from this tiny plant, which is amazing. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 2 that I've harvested. 8 peppers from one tiny plant. Not bad at all. And there's loads more coming off here, but this will be one mass harvest, like I've already mentioned. Carrying on with the peppers, this is the lemon pepper. that hubby got me at the start of the season. As you can tell, it's just doing its thing. It's just growing, looking so good. And we do have some flowers trying to come out there. So I am expecting a harvest from these in this season, which I'm very thrilled about, because as you know, they came out and they were this small about a month and a half ago. And now they're getting ready to set some fruits. Well, getting ready to flower, bloom, and then set some fruits. So I'm happy with those. And these are the ones that we planted. Well, I planted and you watched me plant. So these ones are growing. Just last week they were tiny, but now with all the rain that we've had, they're getting much bigger. I can actually see these plants and I can differentiate them from the soil, which is great, because just last week that was not happening at all. They just looked like black, just like the soil, but they look good. They're really putting on a lot of growth. I'll show you the ones that I had here, which were bigger, and you can tell they've put on a lot more growth. They're much bigger than the other ones. Just one animal just flew over there. But I have high hopes. There's still lots of the season remaining, like I said, and I think they'll be fine. Honestly, I think they'll be fine. Moving on, actually, let me show you the herbs before I go to the tomatoes and aubergines. So with all the good rain, the herbs are out and they're looking lovely. Parsley's still in here though. Oh my gosh. Parsley's still in there. We've got oregano, the thyme, looking lovely. Parsley still. And then we have sage. New growth has come on the sage. There's even more coming. The rosemary is coming back to life, which I love. I do need to harvest this if I don't want it to get into one big, one tall bush. If I want it to be a round bush, I need to harvest it. And then we have the mint. This is the last year for this mint, so I will cut everything back and just most likely dry it for tea. It smells so good. So moving on to the giants, absolute giants. They're just catching up. And this is why I like cherry tomatoes. Why? Because this plant was put in and it shot up in like a month. It's like an actual tomato, like an ordinary tomato. It's not a plum tomato or anything like that. It's just a tomato, like a classic round tomato. But the cherries, they were tiny when they went in about a month ago. You guys saw how small they were. But now look, they're actually getting to be as big as the round tomato. And they have dozens of fruits. Look at all those flowers. And lots more coming. And these are going to get as tall as this trellis, if I let them. Depends on how the season is. But every single plant has flowers. All the yellow you're seeing, those are tomatoes coming up. And that's just like the first set. Our weird and wacky and wonderful branch that produces flowers, leaves and everything has already started filling out the tomatoes. And there's lots coming. So I predict that these are going to come in probably 3 flushes. The first flush is the flowers that we're seeing now. Once it gets to the middle of the trellis, like here, maybe another set of flowers will come out, and then we might have some just at the very top. Let's see what happens. But they're looking so good. So good. Aubergines are also taken over. These are definitely ready for fertilizer. They're ready for fertilizer. The basil, as you can tell, the ones at the back are shaded, so they're smaller. But look at this one here. These are 2 actually that I harvested. I do need to come back and snip them off again. Why? Because they'll get bigger and bigger and bigger. So basil there. The basil that was there I've removed because the aubergine was just taking over it. And look at the size of this aubergine. This, oh my goodness, already this is a flower, I believe. Yeah, this is an aubergine looking to come to life. Yes, so it's already starting to produce flowers, which is amazing. So we're going to have lots and lots of aubergines, and like I predicted, as they're getting bigger, they're covering the lower half of these tomatoes. As you can tell, I've already trimmed the leaves back. You are supposed to trim the leaves all the way up onto the first set of flowers, but I'll leave them to actually be pollinated, then I'll trim the leaves all the way down. But then these aubergines are going to grow and come up to about here, and all that side will be shaded, so I might need to just pull out all the basil at the back, but we'll see what happens. We do have lots and lots and lots of basil, so I might just make pesto, a big batch of pesto, and store that for the winter. But yes, we have aubergines and flowers. Look, that's a flower there. So happy. The poached eggplants are doing well. I haven't been topping them as much as I should, or as often as I should, and I should probably start doing that because I do need more flowers in the garden for the pollinators, because these are not enough. They need variety. So I'll either buy flowers or keep the poached eggplants topped and let them do their thing. But I'm so happy with how thick and healthy these plants are looking. We do have some farmyard manure as well, so I'll most likely give them another round of manure, and then I might do manure this time round actually. Yes, I'll do manure, and then when the flowers and the tomatoes set, I will come in with the fish blood and bone. But I will do fish blood and bone for the ones that are already fruiting and actually have fruit on them and ready to ripen, just so they have that boost of nutrients. So here we go. Same story all the way down. I've just pulled the calendula from here. So we do have some empty spaces at the back there. So I will think of what to plant, because what I might be able to do actually is, once I harvest this cucumber, try and bring it out. This beautiful cucumber, I'm gonna harvest this now actually. I'm gonna eat this today. I'm gonna have this now. Nice. Got lots of, so cucumbers are spiky, if you didn't know. Well, the ones I've grown are spiky, and then you just wash them and then all the spikes go away. So yeah, that's my snack for the morning. I will pull the plants out, and then I might put some of the kale there, just in the back. Not kale, sorry, purple sprout and broccoli. Might just make like a little bed of purple sprout and broccoli, cover it with a net, and get them to just keep growing. And then once the season is right, I can, because they're going to go in these beds anyway, I'll put them in the beds, and then I can start sowing something else for winter greens, maybe chard. I'll get the chard ready, then I can have a whole bed of purple sprout and broccoli, chard, and then we'll have our kale in this section. But I really do need to go in now. Before I go in, let me show you these osteospermums. They're coming along. They're looking gorgeous, and I know how they bloom, so I can't wait for them. Look at the blue version though. So pretty. So pretty. I can't wait till they fully open. And today is the day I get to sit out here and read Murakami. Oh yes, I'm going to start the routine surrounded by osteospermum, beetroots, fertilizer, plantain, my hostas that are going. I did bring them out here, but they're officially dying back, which is fine. Just need to cut these and then let them grow. But yeah, and this will be my view tonight. I'm so excited. Before I go, forgot, there's a strawberry that needs picking. There's a strawberry that has my name on it. Yes, this is from the 1-year-old bush. How perfect. Perfect. Just in the middle of my work day, and I came out here for a bit of a break, spending time with the white butterflies. Got a coffee, and I'm just relaxing. This is why I created this oasis, just to be out here in the garden, to get a break from the busyness of life. And here we are. The garden is giving me just that. Such a blessing. So this morning we've got the blueberries and we've also got currants. I do apologize about my voice as well. I am just being healed from a cold, or like a headache. It's a weird one, but I am much better. So let me just show you. The currants are losing their leaves. There is one black currant just there, and the rest are looking, I wouldn't say good. They're dying back because the time is over. Please bear with me on this video because I'm going to try my best when I will bring this video out today. So they still have some currants on them because it hasn't hit that time yet where I have removed the netting for the birds to just roam. So they still have some currants on them, and once I remove the netting, they'll be able to come in here, land on the branches and just have at it. So that's coming up soon, and when I say soon, I mean maybe the next week or so. Depends on how many blueberries we have left, but these are the blueberries. Got some hostel leaves on there, but all this will die back, so not too worried. But this is the main branch. I will find a way to put it up, but because they're not going to stay here long term, so once they move to the final position, I will then find a way to get them standing as they harden over winter, so they can be upright as opposed to just trailing everywhere. The same for these ones as well. So this one, oh, just pulled a lot off. Oh well, if it was that weak, it means that it's not good. Oh well, anyway, the plant's new because it killed that top bit off and then it started bushing out from the sides. So the plant knew that this bit had to go. So I just helped it along really. So there are some blueberries in here. Got some at the back there, and definitely some more down here, which I'm going to harvest this morning. I have my bowl over there with my chair. How idyllic does that look? I need a picture. I've just taken a picture of the chair setup because it looks so inviting. It's just calling me in. It's just calling me to sit down, relax, don't do anything, blow off all my plans. That's what it's saying to me right now, and I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'll do it later, but I'm not doing it now. How peaceful does that look? Let me finish what I'm doing, and I might be able to squeeze in maybe 5 minutes for a for a little cup of coffee. So let me finish what I'm doing. Okay, back to business. So this blueberry plant has produced a lot of growth, like in terms of leaves. Very big, very bushy. I love it. And not so many blueberries, but that's fine because all this new growth here is going to turn into berries next year, so I'm excited for that. And over here we have the main harvest. This is the Elizabeth blueberry. Look at all those blueberries, ripe and ready to be picked. I will, like I said, give it another week for these ones to be ripe and ready. This one's got an animal in there, so I'm just going to toss that over there. So there are some that are still ripening, so I'll give it another week or two, but everything that has ripened so far is going to be taken by me and eaten. Oh, ew. This is like a nest of some kind of animal. It might be like a spider, I don't know, or maybe like a moth, but they're in there. I've just, I'll leave them for now. I'll snip them later with the secateurs because I couldn't break the branch. Don't think there are any more berries here. Oh yeah, look, got 2 more there, so I will harvest this as well and get the blueberries ready for next year in terms of actually uncovering it and then allowing them to harden, allowing the birds to come in, pick off any bits that I haven't had, and that's it. That's it for the blueberries and the currants. Moving on down here to see the actual damage. So this is the damage from the purple sprouting broccoli. I am blaming slugs and caterpillars mainly. However, I do have a couple more, which, if I'm being honest with you, will be more than enough. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 in there, 5, so 10. 10 purple sprouting broccoli plants are more than enough. What I'm going to do later on today is that this one here, this pot, I'm going to fill it with 5, and then I'm going to take the other 5 and put them at the very back there. So that's just I might actually do all 10 just so they get big enough. That's just a temporary solution, because once the tomatoes come to the end of their life in October, I'm going to move the purple sprouting broccoli and put them in the pots. So the pots that don't get used, I will use the purple sprouting broccoli for. And I'm actually thinking about something. I might use those pots at the back there because they've got a deeper root system, so the plants can actually get bigger and grow more in that time. That's what I'm thinking. Let me think about it, because I do have more compost now. Let's see. So as I was talking to husband, I was putting these back and I found the culprits. I knew it. It had to be slugs. It had to be. So there's a baby slug. So they're the ones that have been feasting on these plants, and I don't blame them. It's free food, so why would you not? But they have decimated the leaves, which means that the plants may die back. However, like I said, there are still some that have survived, so I'm going to bring them out. Actually, I won't put them back. Now that I've seen the slug, I know that they're going to continue to be pests, so I'm going to bring them out and leave them there, and then repot these when I come back. I'll have a garden session later on, which I'm actually looking forward to, so that'll be fun. Moving on to the kale. Oh, just spotted this. Look how ripe and ready they are. Let me have one. Let me have a couple. Let me just try to. I've already had these on camera before, but now they're truly ripe. So delicious. That sour skin, very sweet and soft center. So good. Moving on to our kale and spinach. So these are the 3 kales, the 3 mini ones. They're not so mini anymore. We have been harvesting from these as well, and I do need to come back and harvest the lower leaves, so I'll do that. And we don't have any more of these taller pots, otherwise I would have put the kale in them, but these are still looking really, really good. So Might come in and harvest some. Been harvesting the spinach as well. This one looked like it was bolting, and I think it is. So bolting is basically when the plant sends out a really long main shoot to try and basically create flowers, and this one looks like it's bolting. If it does, it's okay, because we have this one here, and that will free up that pot for me to maybe even plant some chard or more spinach. So I'm happy with that. If it goes, it goes. I'm not going to strive to keep it because we have so much more greens for the season. The goals this year were to grow more greens and grow more food in general. Definitely growing more greens because we didn't have any greens last year, and they're thriving. The kale I'm about to show you now, they're thriving. And also grow more food in general. That's on its way, because yes, we have lots of berries, we've had currants, we've got more peppers coming, we've got the tomatoes coming. So both goals have been met. And I feel like this year I also had another goal that I didn't expect, which was to tend to flowers, because hubby brought me 2 flowers, osteospermums, and they're gorgeous. I'll show you them soon. They're absolutely beautiful. The poached eggplant and the calendula as well. I grew the poached eggplants and calendula from seed, and they are doing so well. Yeah, so I'm looking after flowers. I am growing more food, and I'm growing more greens. So it's been a successful year, and it's only the first week of August. So I'm happy with myself. I've done well. I've done good. And then more fruits as well. We've got pears coming. We have grapes. Oh, grapes. We also have crab apples for the first time in years. Come on. So yeah, it's been a great season. We've got beetroots that have actually bulbed out a little bit, which is crazy to me. Didn't think they would do that. But I'm going to replant them. There's lots of plans, but let me actually get on doing what I'm doing, and then I'll tell you, or no, show you the plans when I do them, because I realized that I keep saying things that I'm not doing, and I need to stop that because I don't have time during the week. All these good plans that don't come to pass. So when it's done, I'll tell you, or I'll show you instead of telling you. Let's get back. So this is the bountiful and glorious kale, looking so good. I did have to come in yesterday and pick 3 bouncing baby caterpillars from this plant especially. They were just, oh sorry, I saw this marking and I thought it was a slug, but it's not. It's just a kale where I ripped it. But yeah, they were going ham on this plant, and as you can tell, they've eaten quite a lot of it. They've left their droppings behind, but I killed them. Well, I didn't kill them, I threw them over the fence, so that is fine. The rest of the plants look good. Can't see any caterpillars on them at the moment, so I will come back in and harvest it again, because I want these plants to get really big and give us lots of kale throughout the winter. So that's the main reason why I planted the kale so early. I just wanted greens for the summer. I'm going to get some more greens for the winter, because they will just keep growing and growing and growing. I do need to top up the soil though, and also feed them, but I'm happy with their progress. So happy. Look at it, there's so much, and I've harvested 4 times already, and there's just still so much, and we eat lots of greens. So this is my happy place right here. I love it. Purple sprouts and broccoli as well. Look, they are looking good. These have obviously been munched, but that's fine. This one is looking good. I might leave the rest to see if they will come back, but I don't have very high hopes. The kohlrabi, don't think it's going to make it. I realized that I probably planted them too early in the season. That's like my 6th kohlrabi sowing, and yeah. I think I planted them too early, but it's okay. You win some, you lose some. I still have lots of seeds, and I'll see if I'll plant them, especially in and around different things like the tomatoes at the back. I said I wasn't going to tell you the plants, but I'll just tell you one. Around the back, I'm thinking of putting the beetroot there instead of the basil. So we'll see how that goes, but yeah. The garden is thriving and I love it. So I love seeing it like this. And everywhere else is neat. The only things that are on the ground are the plantain that I've left purposely to harvest. Because they said you can eat this as a green. Don't know if I'll be doing that. But I might harvest them all and dry them for tea. Looks so good though. But they're literally, all the green you see in the ground is plantain. And a few little weeds there, but most of it is plantain all the way down there. So yeah, that's my plan for the plantain. Gonna let it grow, harvest it, and then see what we can do with it. I read about it actually, and it's just very good for circulation. So I had to go back and double check, because I did read up about it, and I had circulation in my mind, but no, it wasn't circulation. It's mainly wound healing and inflammation. That's what I meant to say. Inflammation is very good for that. So we can just drink it because in this world we have so much inflammation from the things that we put on our bodies, like perfume or creams, to the foods that we eat, like seed oils, things like that. So it's good to just try and purge. And we try not to use, we have plastic that we store things in, and we do want to migrate from that. However, that could also leach toxins, the cookware that we have. So there's a lot of things that we need to do to try and reduce inflammation in our bodies. So anything that we have that can help with that, like the plantain, is the one. It's the one. Let me show you my spots and then I'll take you to the front garden. So this is my reading corner. I've already harvested some blueberries. And on the left of me, got some beetroots. As you can tell, they are trying to form roots there, but it might just be a case of me pulling them out because they are competing with weeds at the moment. Like, this is a weed. So this is a singular one that I planted by itself, and as you can tell, much bigger than the rest. This plant, still don't know what it is. It's growing. If it's a Cape gooseberry, that would be amazing. I don't think it is, but it might be. Got lots of weeds in here. That's why I want to just see if I can separate out the beets. I don't know if I should though, because they've already started forming the bulb. I might just have to feed them in here and pull out the weeds around them and see how big they get. But we'll see. This is the osteospermum. How beautiful is this? So gorgeous. And I rarely see blue flowers, so I just find them fascinating. I think this is that not so pretty? I think it's so pretty, look. So pretty. And against this like brick wall, don't mind this is something that we've put there to stop spiders from getting inside. But and it's even, I need to change it because I can see the plastic just breaking there. That's not good for microplastics. I need to change that. It's been there for a year, so yeah, it makes sense that it's actually breaking apart a little bit. But look, I've got the fern right there, the osteospermum just taking over the back of this. I'm just gonna turn it like that. So pretty. Got the poached eggplants at the front. It's nice. This one, poached eggplants, and I think there's a weed in here as well. Like this. This is a weed. This is definitely a weed. I might just come in here and pull apart. Yeah, this is a weed. This is not a poached eggplant. It's a weed. This is a poached eggplant. And this is a poached eggplant. But I think they've come to the end of their life, which is fine. There's a ladybird in here. I think it's dead though. But this is my nook. And across from the blue, we've got the gorgeous orange. It's called Bestie Dynamic Bicolor. So pretty. So pretty. And when they're in full bloom, my goodness, they're so good. I did deadhead them, so they are bringing out a lot more a lot more flowers. So when this is fully bloomed, wow, I'm looking forward to that. There's a lot more blooms coming from the blue one as well, so I'm so excited. And this, what's that? Okay, this is my nook. This is what it looks like when I'm just sitting here relaxing. I get to see the whole garden, get to see everything that's happening, listen to the birds, just watch over the garden and take time to enjoy it. After cultivating the space, it's so sad if you're not able to just sit in that space and enjoy it. And that's why I'm so happy that I'm able to just be here, to have this time to be in the garden. I've just seen a white feather drop. I love white feathers because they remind me of angels, but I'll show you that in a moment. Yeah, it's just so nice to be able to cultivate a space where you can relax and look at the fruits of your labor and appreciate them, and appreciate the one who gave you the ability to have this life, who is God, of course, who created everything that I can see in front of me, created me, created you, created us. And just to be able to have that opportunity to honor him in all of it, take that time to just give back to him and steward everything that he's blessed us with. It just reminds me that this is the purpose of life. I know that as humans, we have created life. We have said, okay, yeah, it will be work and family and money and trips and things like that, which are good. There's nothing wrong with those things. But I feel like those things, though they're important, the end goal is also important. There's primary focus, secondary focus, and everything else, in my opinion. So primary focus being God and his will and everything that he gives us and blesses us with, and then secondary focus being everything that he's blessed us with that we like and we want to focus on and we want to, engage in. And then the tertiary, the third, is everything else for everyone else. So there's a step to this thing. Like he said, that we should love God with all our heart, soul and mind. We should love him first, then we should love others like we love ourselves. Love God, love others like we love ourselves. So if you love God, you're done. If you don't know how to love yourself, how can you love others? So there's primary, secondary, tertiary. People are important, however, you need to operate and love them from the way you love yourself. If you don't value yourself, you don't love yourself, then you can't love them. If you don't know God and love him and let him show you what love is, because God is love, you don't know how to love yourself. So there's a ladder, there's a process, there's a step to this. There's steps, different levels to this thing. But yeah, that's what's made me so grounded in life. The fact that I love God and I love everything he's created. And I'm just happy that I get to spend my temporary life on this earth and my eternity with him, because I love this. Peace is beautiful. And I found peace when I found God. I found joy when I found God. I found true joy, true peace. So yeah, I wouldn't trade it for the world. And being in the garden often gives me that sense of being in his garden, being in his home, because he created this world for us. We have houses. God has the universe. So being out of the house, out of the brick and mortar, always reminds me that I am in God. I am one with God and he's in me. But it's nice to see visual representations. As a visual learner and as a human, it's nice to see the supernatural being made manifest in the natural. Because if you can tell me how a tomato seed knows what to do as soon as it hits soil, as soon as it gets some sunshine, as soon as it gets some water, and how every single seed is programmed to know exactly what to do in the right condition, If you can explain that to me without telling me the process, then I will listen to you about any other God that you think you may have. But the one who started it, the one who kick-started the process, the one who gave birth to the thing, gave it life, gave it instruction, he's my source. And this has gone into a theological conversation, because it always is for me when I come out here. The peace I get is supernatural. It doesn't make sense. The peace I give you does not make sense to the world. That's what he tells us. And it's true. And it's true. I love God. I love my garden, but I love God. I don't even want to get up now. I'm just relaxed. The whole busy week is just gone. It's just melted away. And even just talking to you guys about him, it's given me even more peace. And being here, feeling the breeze on my skin, feeling the sun hitting my skin, seeing the plants, just everything. It's just, I feel sorry for people that can't experience this, because what do you mean you don't have solace? What do you mean you don't have tranquility? Why haven't you created that for yourself? Why are you letting the world rob you of your peace? Why do you not have true peace? All these questions. But it's as well. Let me show you the front garden, and then come back here before I have to start my day, because I'm loving this. I don't even want to show you the front garden, if I'm being honest with you. I don't even want to show you the front garden, but I will. I'll take you there. So, let me take you to the front. Let me do it now, because otherwise I won't show that to you. Okay, let's go. So, I just went to the front garden and I played that video back, just listen to the start of it. And I'm looking for the feather that fell. No, that's not, I don't think that's what I saw. It was like a white feather. And I want to find it so I can put it inside and, oh, there it is. This is what I saw. And when I saw it, there was no bird flying above me. And yes, it looks like a bird feather. And it could well be. But the fact that I was talking about God, and then this just, it literally fell. If I sit down, I'll show you. So, as I was sitting here, I just saw it from here. And I just fell down. It didn't even come from up there, da. I just saw it right in the middle here, and it just fell. So I'm keeping this. I used to have white feathers. Whenever I saw them, I would keep them, because I always believed that there were signs of angels around me. How beautiful is that? Just so beautiful. Okay, let me show you the front. Just put the feather away. And now I'm back in the front garden. So let me show you around, show you what's going on here. So it's much the same as last week, except with a lot more horsetail just around the edges there. But everything is growing well, looking so good. These flowers need a home, but their home is a hanging basket for my friend, and I haven't got the basket yet, so they will find their home soon. Got the figs just there, looking good after all the rain. Every plant is just looking, it's looking good. They're just doing their thing. There has been a lot of rain recently, so I haven't done much, but this plant, it does look like it needs some ericaceous loving, as does this one. And there are lots of weeds everywhere. Let me just drop that in there. That'll be fine there. It will compost down, Okay, I'll come back later and get the weeds. I wanted them to grow to the side so I can bring them out easily. And it looks like they have, so I'll do that. So the mock oranges need a good shaping, but apart from that, they're okay. And the Mahonia looks good. As you can tell, looking green, looking lush. And squash, they're doing okay. They're ish. They might die back, like you can see there. A lot of, what you call it, powdery mildew. So I don't know how long they'll survive for, but if they don't survive, I'm not too upset. Like I said, I've got things that I can plant. I've got a whole box of seeds that I can bring out. I've got this one. Oh, I think this one might have pollinated. I did come out the other day specifically to pollinate this one, so I think I did something good there, but we'll see. This plant though is looking wretched, and I don't know if I want to continue its life. I might just end it and then plant something else in there. But that's it for the front garden, really. Not much has happened. Everything is either dying back or continuing to grow, and it's not looking too messy. It's just horsetail everywhere. Oh, this is the life. This is the life. I'm back out here now. I'm going to sign off now. I'm going to just enjoy the sun, soak it all up, enjoy the hues in the garden, enjoy just seeing everything around me be lit with that soft sunlight, and just relax before I go out. So nice. Thank you for joining me. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week and enjoy what life has for you. I pray everything goes well for you. God bless. Thank you. Bye. Just before I go, I've decided to harvest some blueberries for one of my friends, so get back to the sun. Bye. One last look before I leave. Can't get enough. And I'm gonna go in and just put that over. But my goodness, what a space.